Psy-Ack. A superstition has been defined as the blind use of a form whose significance has been forgotten. Psychic attacks are far more common than is generally realised. The commonest form is that which proceeds from the ignorant or malignant mind of our fellow human beings. Some are intentional, some are subconscious attacks. A sense of fear and oppression are characteristic. Nervous exhaustion and mental breakdown are the commoner results. Malice, lust, or vampiric action are the three most common forms of attack. In vampiric relationships, there is a leakage of vitality going on, and the dominant partner is more or less lapping it up. Some use emotional and energetic physical power to control others. Emotional manipulation and psychic control are classic methods that some use to gain power over others. This can be done by telepathy, projection, tapping into the other's fear center, acting, lying, verbal manipulation, projecting a false distress to entrap the other's energy. They only continue to exist if they are smart enough to identify and exploit vulnerable prey. It is analogous to a shark smelling blood and tracking down the wounded fish for an easy meal. If you are mentally or emotionally vulnerable because of erroneous beliefs, guilt, or other complexes, you may attract parasitic entities who feed on this energy. There are two gates, and only two, by which the attacker can gain entrance, and these are the self-preservation instinct and the sex instinct. The hypnotic appeal must be couched in one or both of these if it is to be successful. Suggestion is of three kinds: autosuggestion, conscious suggestion, and hypnotic suggestion. Group mind can be a potent force to overcome if it is negative, as it can rapidly assimilate into its collective mindset and change your moral standards by osmosis. Thought forms, magnetic links, are powerful even in collective energy like a football match or in a TV event like the X Factor. Motive. What are the motives for an attack? Is it real or imagined? Eliminate all other possible explanations. Why are you being attacked? Other people's thought forms can take on lives of their own, and special care must be taken to discern between your own thoughts and those you may have had projected onto you. But what the imagination can make can also be thought out of existence by the imagination. An attacking entity can avoid the effort and cost of attempting to violate one's free will if they can obtain permission or agreement from the intended victim. This is generally accomplished by disinformation, lying, deceit, deception, manipulation, baiting, and withholding information, and remaining invisible and hidden. If an attack is visible and recognizable for what it is, free will can be activated and resistance engaged. To protect oneself, one must develop the habit of looking at everything with a sense of penetrating awareness rather than unconscious acceptance or passive ignorance. In telepathic suggestion, the aura is pierced from within by the response of fear or desire going out towards the attacking entity. If we can inhibit the instinctive emotional reaction, the edge of the aura will remain impenetrable. You may have noticed that there are some people who either project negativity or attack energy or parasitically draw energy from you. You may become more aware of this as your sensitivity increases. When you are aware that this is happening, you can intervene and stop it. Your improving sensitivity is your friend, not your liability. Using the above techniques for setting permissions is generally effective. You will become more effective if you simply act decisively rather than react emotionally. The ultimate in self-protection is to shift one's frequency to the source, as in focused meditation. All predatory and destructive consciousnesses are associated with a separation from the infinite of the source and cannot follow. If you take this step, you become invincible. Key elements of protecting oneself is establishing a positive attitude. Recall that like attracts like. If you dwell on angry thoughts and feelings, you may weaken your energy fields and attract other angry energies, both in physical form and non-physical form. Simply being aware of your thoughts and making choices to disengage negative thinking and replace it with positive thinking goes a long way towards self-protection. If you find that difficult, pause and ask yourself why. Also, ask yourself if these thoughts are really yours. Free will is sacred. To think that free will cannot be violated is not entirely correct, however. Think of it like a physical confrontation. If you are assaulted by a bully, you can be certain that that bully will keep returning to abuse you. If you say no, you may have to fight to protect yourself, but whether you win or lose, the bully will know you are not easy pickings and there will be a price for attacking you. He will be motivated to choose easier prey in the future. In the non-physical realm, the fight is conducted through the exercise of will, determination, clear resolve, and choice. I hereby revoke all permissions that I may have given, consciously or unconsciously, to any entity, being, intelligence, or thing to influence my thoughts or take any of my energy. Be gone and stay gone. Techniques for blocking and or returning the negative energy. Imagine turning on white light in yourself, like turning on a light bulb. Imagine that light radiating out from you like the light from the sun. Picture yourself in the center of a light bulb, then imagine it is turned on. While standing under a shower of water, see and feel the water turn into light. Visualize an angel hovering over you and the light radiating from all around it and you. White light is important. It raises our vibrations, making it less likely that we'll encounter negative energy. It helps to neutralize the negative vibrations that do make their way into our aura. Sunlight is exceedingly valuable because it strengthens the aura and makes it much more resistant. Games, physical training, massage, anything that improves the bodily condition are invaluable. Avoid too much solitude. Keep eating regularly every 2 hours. Draw blood from the head by a hot bath or soaking feet in hot mustard and water. Place a hot water bottle on the solar plexus for distress. The bowels should be kept freely open. Keep focused on earthly pursuits. When dealing with a person who saps your vitality, interlace your fingers and lay your folded hands upon your solar plexus, keeping your elbows pressed against your sides. Keep your feet touching each other. You will then have made your body a closed circuit, and no magnetism will go out from you. If anyone tries to dominate you by gazing intently into the eyes, look steadily at the spot just above the base of their nose, between the inner ends of their eyebrows. Keep your eyes on that spot and wait for him to weary in his attempts to overpower you. You can imagine any sort of barrier between you and the attacker, a glass barrier, a mirror, a brick wall, so their magnetism cannot reach you. You can say to yourself, "You just aren't there. I can't see you or hear you, and you simply don't exist." Be careful that a second-hand object is properly cleaned, psychically as well as physically, not just by washing, but with psychic cleaning, with your intent and prayer. Make a temporary clearance of the atmosphere, preferably with an organized ritual. The imagination is a very potent weapon in magical operations. Check the astrology of possible attackers. This will show where any conflict lies. Do they have any planets opposing or squaring yours? Also, look to your own chart to find your attack strengths and weaknesses. There are crystals you can use for blocking psychic attack. Black tourmaline, ruby, amethyst. Lapis lazuli will block and return anything negative to the sender. Bronzite will return it threefold while keeping you calm. Some spiritualists say to treat the dead as you would the living. And if someone is persistently bothering you, then be firm. Ask them what they want, or ask them to back away, and keep doing it until they leave. For hauntings and vampirism, consult a respectable and experienced occult practitioner. Psy-Ack.